Hey guys, what we're gonna do is I know I shot a video similar to this maybe last year with Sultan Muhammad and maybe videos some other time, but this is a good video. This is a good practice to do for people who don't know how to wrestle. All right, and so we're gonna pummel, and then from pummeling into drop Ippon Nage or Ippon Nage. Also in wrestling, called a one arm throw or the jab throw, okay, or the flying rear. Okay, so we're just gonna pummel. Okay, go ahead. We're just gonna pummel a little bit. We're gonna pummel for about 30 seconds. Okay, really important when you pummel, not just to like stand here. Go ahead, do it. Okay, some people do this. Okay, that's fine too. That's more like a warming shoulder drill. Okay, so you can do that. That's a way to do it. But then you also have to change the dynamic of the fight in the sense that try to do the same drill, but in different manners. You know what I mean? It's like music. You can play the same chord at a higher melody, you know, harmony, whatever, right? So at the same time, so we might just stay here and just go really fast. Okay, or we can start moving. Here, we're going to fight for position. And then move, fight for position. Move, fight for position. Now, from here, I can hold on to his tricep, or I can hook deep. All right, so try different ways of doing things. Go ahead. Hook deep. Hook deep. Hook deep. Okay, now from here, I might grab his head, which is a mistake for me, because what happened is he's just going to pop it up. Go ahead, pop my shoulder. Boom. Okay, now from here, he can go for a forearm choke. Go ahead. Actually, you can't because I'm here. Yeah, but he can still take me down and stuff, or duck underneath for a single and stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce mistake that someone would do. Okay, so what you want to do is when you think of fighting, you want to think of two concepts. One concept is unforced error. In other words, you don't make any mistake. Okay, but your opponent makes a mistake. And the other way is called forced error, which means so unforced error means you don't make any mistake. Okay, so I make a mistake, so he pops it up. Boom. Okay, like that. Okay, so if you're a beginner, you want to minimize your unforced error, make the least amount of mistake. When you get to a certain level, you want to force the error on your opponent. So as a beginner, your whole goal is to make the least amount of mistake possible. As you get really good, you don't make any mistake, and then you're going to start forcing people to make mistake. Okay? Now pump it up. Boom. There you go. Okay, again, I'm just going to make a mistake for you. Boom. Good. Okay, so I'm the guy who's going to make a mistake, and he capitalized on it. Good. 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 Okay, now from here, I made a mistake. Okay, so the cycle of violence or the cycle of mistake, in my theory, it's only 3. So I make a mistake, he capitalized on it, that's 2. I have a chance to counter 3. And if he counters that and I counter that, by then, in a real fight, that's not going to happen. In other words, I make a mistake, he countered, that's 1 counter. Then right away, I strip into a kimura, that's 2 counters. Okay, and then for him, he might limp arm out, okay, or whatever, and that's 3 counters. By then, it's actually very hard to do. So for your training, don't fall into the trap of having counters to counters to counters. I know JKD people like to do that. Jeet school like to teach counter to counter to counter. It's a mistake. At the most, 3 counters. I know Kempo Karate school like to do that. A lot of other like Filipino martial arts school and stuff like that. Don't. 1 counter, 2nd counter, that's it, okay? So 1, he pops it up, 2, 3, that's it. Anything more than that is really hard to do in a fight, okay? Let's pummel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. All right. So you're gonna pummel and you make a mistake. Good. Okay, we're going to do the next one. 1, 2, 3. From here, we're going to hold on tight. We're going to limp arm out. So right now, we're going to turn our hand and make it easy. And then we're going to fan. Okay? After we fan, we're going to pinch tight. And to engage our forearm better, we're going to turn the fist. And we're going to back step in, and we're going to drop. Okay, but for training, we might drop, especially your sucky mat. So work on the turning. So in the fight or for training, you want to analyze the completion of the move, and you want to go from point A to point B. That's the completion of the move. And then you also want to attack it from different point. That way, you learn to teach your mind to segment the move and speed up in different segment. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. From here, I'm gonna fan, punch up, squeeze, turn my fist. I'm gonna step fast, really fast. 1. Okay, you turn. 2, 3, 2. Good. And we're gonna do that over and over again. Now, obviously, you should be good on both sides, but if you're short on time, let's just say you have a fight in a couple months and you have all these other skill sets to learn, it's better just to get good on one side. Because on the day of the fight, your body's going to be off. The timing, the muscular explosiveness is going to be off. So on the day of the fight, you might not be the opponent on the other side. And you think you can, but you're not. Unless you're consistently pulling it off during sparring class. So if you're not consistently pulling it off during sparring class, it's better to create a whole game plan around a certain attack. Okay? So for me, I don't do judo all the time. So I'm only going to attack from this side. Okay? 3, I'm here. Then 1. Okay? Yeah. Okay, let's do that back and forth for 2 minutes. 2, 3, 4. Make sure you back step all the way. 1, 2, 3. There you go.